Welcome to Transmission. Transmission is a gender research and peer support system that I'm developing both locally on Vancouver Island and also in the virtual realm more globally, of course. It is my intention that the Facebook page, Transmission on Facebook, or Transmission on Tumblr, or Transmission in LiveJournal, or Transmission on Google+, become networks and forums for people that are searching for answers about the architecture and the social constructivism of gender and gender presentation and gender identity, and how can we have access to the tools and resources that give us the ability to fashion our own identities in society, so that they're both acceptable and safe, in a manner of speaking, and how to get involved in activism and advocacy, and how the social constructs that we are being oppressed by, being forced to align to a sexual birth assignment, a birth sex assignment, and so on. Those things are malleable. We can change them. They're dynamic. They're always changing. There's no, people always talk about tradition and traditional, and you have to put an era of time onto tradition. Tradition of when? The 50s, tradition of the 1850s, tradition of the 1750s. Traditional with the absence of a time frame of reference is meaningless. And I hear it all the time. People are saying, oh, but this is not traditional, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so we can change things, and we can create new systems of acceptance, and new roles, new gender roles, new social roles. And the more of us that take an active role in telling our stories, in seeking out help, and researching, and increasing the knowledge base around the differentiation between sex and gender, and just the aspects of the transgender community, and educating people that are outside of this community, the more we do that, the more acceptance we gain. And the more acceptance we gain, the easier it becomes for us to transition into society, into our preferred roles smoothly and without conflict, and also more safely, because as these things become accepted, of course, then discrimination and subjugation and so on are driven more underground, basically, and they're less overt. They become less overt. And also we gain political rights, and we gain access to things that were not there before, trans health programs, and so on and so forth. So I guess ultimately the purpose of Transmission, and hopefully why you're here, is so that we can change the world. So I'll leave you with that thought.